Children, today we are going to learn about perimeter and area of polygons, or in other words, rectilinear figures. So what do you mean by perimeter? In math, perimeter is the total distance around the boundary of a closed two-dimensional shape. It's found by adding the lengths of all the sides of a polygon, or for curved shapes like a circle, by measuring the total distance along its outline. Think of it as the length of a fence needed to enclose a yard, or the total distance covered if you walk along the edge of a field. What is perimeter of a rectangle? The perimeter of a rectangle is the total distance around the rectangle. Formula for the perimeter of a rectangle is twice into length plus breadth, where length is the longer side of the rectangle and breadth is the shorter side of the rectangle. Here is an example to find the perimeter of a rectangle. If the length of a rectangle is 12 cm and the breadth of the rectangle is 8 cm, then perimeter of a rectangle is twice into length plus breadth, that is 2 into 12 plus 8. So 2 into 20, that is 40 centimeter. Let's focus on perimeter of a square. The perimeter of a square is the total distance around it. Formula for finding the perimeter of a square is 4 into side, where side is the length of one edge of the square. Okay, let's now discuss how to calculate the perimeter of a triangle. The perimeter of a triangle is the total distance around the triangle. Formula is perimeter of a triangle is equal to side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3. Since a triangle consists of 3 sides, so we have to add all the 3 sides of a triangle, where side 1, side 2, side 3 are the lengths of the 3 sides of the triangle. Here is an example to calculate the perimeter of a square. If the side of a square is 7 cm, then the perimeter is equal to 4 into side, that is 4 into 7 cm, and the result is 28 cm. So here the perimeter of the square with side 7 cm is 28 cm. Perimeter of a polygon. The perimeter of a polygon is the total distance around the polygon. So what is this general rule? General rule is the perimeter of a polygon is sum of all the lengths of its sides. And remember, polygon is a figure which is made up of lines. It is made up entirely of lines. So when we are calculating the perimeter of a polygon, that means we have to add all the sides of a polygon. So here are the formula for calculating the perimeter of polygons. So first let's start with triangle. So perimeter of a triangle is side A plus side B plus side C. Since there are 3 sides in a triangle, therefore we have to add all the 3 sides. Rectangle. Now rectangle is made up of 4 sides where 2 lengths and 2 breadths are equal. So perimeter of a rectangle is twice into length plus breadth. Square. Square is a figure which is made up of 4 equal sides. So here the perimeter is equal to 4 into side. Now let's talk about regular polygon. Now regular polygon means a polygon where all the sides are equal. All the sides are equal. So perimeter of a regular polygon is equal to number of sides into length of one side. Let's move on to the topic area. Area is the amount of surface or space covered by a flat 2D shape. It tells us how much space is inside a figure like a rectangle, square or circle. So the key points to be remembered are: area is measured in square units like centimeter square, meter square, kilometer square. If you cover a shape with 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter squares, the number of squares give its area. Area of a rectangle. The area of a rectangle is the amount of surface it covers. So the formula for area of a rectangle is length into breadth, where length is the longer side of the rectangle and breadth is the shorter side of the rectangle. Here is an example of calculating area of a rectangle. If the length of the rectangle is 8 cm and breadth of the rectangle is 5 cm, then the area of this rectangle is L into B, that is 8 into 5, 40 cm square. So this means 40 small squares of 1 cm by 1 cm can fit inside the rectangle. What is area of a square? The area of a square is the space covered inside the square. Formula for calculating the area of a square is side into side, that is side square. Here is an example showing the area of a square. If the side of a square is 6 centimeter, then the area of the square is 6 into 6, that is 36 centimeters square. So here are the key points to be remembered for this topic. All sides of a square are equal. Area is always measured in square units, that is centimeter square, meter square, kilometer square. Perimeter and area are two different things. Perimeter means total distance around a square, that is 4 into side, and area of a square is the space inside the square, that is side into side, side square. Students, always remember, area is always measured in square units, centimeter square, meter square and kilometer square. Do not confuse area with perimeter. Area is the space inside a polygon, whereas the perimeter is the distance around the polygon. So dear children, this is all for today's session. I hope you have enjoyed and learned thoroughly. Thank you.